Good morning. It is December 24th. It is just about 10 o'clock in the morning, and you have your friendly neighborhood angel and devil from 740 Sortie Road, known as Craig Massey in English or Huang Yi Kai in Chinese. You can call me I Kai, you can call me Craig, or you can call me One. Mayor of Kelowna, I have sent you a message before, and I'm sending you this one. This will be the last one I send. I have been talked to by the Holy Spirit, and I am telling you right now, when I saw your deflated attitude as a result of your upcoming activities for the New Year's celebration being impacted as a result of COVID, something came to me, and all I can say is the Holy Spirit is talking through me, and I need a team, and I've got the model that is going to change this whole festive season. We need to sell hope. Right now, the world is operating under a state of fear as a result of COVID, and they're trying to stomp down Christmas. You know, when you asked Hitler how did he get all those people to do those things, it was very easy. Fear and isolation. I'm not saying COVID doesn't exist. I don't care whether it's man-made or whether it's a conspiracy theory. It does not flippin' matter. It's a virus that is knocking the shit out of the human race. And what's really bad is that it's not knocking the shit out of the human race from a mortality rate. It's knocking the shit out of the human race from a connection rate and from a hope rate. People are hopeless. People are anxious right now. And I think Kelowna, the reason I'm here, the reason you're here, is because there is something that we can set the world stage, and I can't think of another city in the world that could do it. The reason I chose to live in the city is because of the entrepreneurial vibe and because it said it wanted to be the next Silicon Valley of Canada, and I believe that it can do so. I've got a vision for a play that is going to be televised by broadcast through drones, that involves boats, that involves fireworks, that involves the Christmas spirit, that involves pirates, that involves the East and West combined. It involves the O at the city of Kelowna. It involves the marina. It involves a walk down Burrard. It involves caroling. It involves so many people that we've got all the resources right here to do it. And the script is already written because we could read it through books. We could have it narrated that way. And it could be a live broadcast televised show that has never been seen before, and it's going to be off the cuff because we ain't got time to prepare, but we're going to put the right people in place to do it. And I know we've got the resources. I'm looking around town and we've got the resources right now. There are buildings that I want to help with homelessness. There's buildings that I want to help with the busking. There are buildings that I want to help with the street prostitution and the drugs, and I've got the economic models to make it profitable to do so. Did you hear what I said? I ain't helping people with a fucking bleeding heart and just going hand out, hand out, hand out, hand out. That ain't the way fucking anything survives. That's why NPOs, nonprofit organizations, that's why I ain't got much of a grain of salt for most of them. Even though I did work for KCR, I actually fired KCR. No, not fired. We broke up. We decided to go our separate ways because they did not understand their own value proposition. They did not understand how important and how much value they add to the community. They spent so much time in meetings that they didn't realize it. I said, you need to know your own value proposition. If you don't know your value proposition, I can tell you what you're worth. Nothing. I help people find their value proposition. I help deal with potential unexpressed, which always turns into pain, which is where addiction stems from. And I have a means and a method that is tried, tested, and proven to deal with the girls that are being raped by their boyfriends and forced into the sex trade. Now, there's some families in this town that I might have pissed off. Some of them own a mountain. And I sure hope what happens to, of the last 7 to 14 girls doesn't happen to a young girl named Laura who wasted my time. Time is the one thing I cannot make back. And I'm not making but I'm making up for it. I'm getting shit done, which is why you're getting this video instead of a nice written letter and the business plan and the script and the drum and all that stuff, because I ain't got time for it. You watch me pitch, and then we stand up and we say, who can do that? Who can do that? Who can do that? When I worked for Pattison, I took all my chairs out of my boardroom, because you know what? When the top brass gets pulled into a meeting, you know what that meeting's for? It's because either there's a problem or there's a solution or an opportunity that we got to jump on. And we ain't sitting down drinking coffee, talking about the weather, talking about the sports. We are the top brass in this place, and we're here to make executive decisions. We don't know whether those decisions are going to have the right results or not, but you can do this litmus test, which Jim Pattison taught me. Would you the next day publish on the front page of the paper where your children go to school and where you live, would you publish the reasons why, given the information you had at the time, why you made that decision? And whether or not the results turn out optimally or negatively, then it does not matter. Because if you would publish that based upon the information you had at the time, you are operating in the right way. And that is why I'm sending this message to you. You've not made my call yet. You've not really given me a grain of salt. And, the first person I talked to yesterday was Global News. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get your ass sued because of what has happened to me, and it's as a result of your own employees, and it's a result of a little bit of incompetence. And I don't like to focus on the fucking negative. I have lawyers right now that are fighting over taking my case. You might know somebody owns a little strip club who's got some pretty big power, maybe a Lebanese man by the name of blah, blah, blah. He's on the chopping block too. The city of Kelowna's on the chopping block. HSBC is on my list. Yet I am proposing solutions of positivity because I am the bigger man. And I'm protected by the Holy Spirit, but I'm also protected by a mind that is like a fucking steel trap. Photographic memory. You don't walk around getting a 99 on your thesis for nothing. I'm asking you with kindness, Mayor, to reach out to me and spend some time with me. I predict 60 to 90 minutes, depending on how much bullshit goes on, but if you want to cut straight down to it, I can get it done in 35 minutes. But I'm telling you right now, not only does Kelowna need it, not only does Canada need it, the whole goddamn world needs it, and I want to put this fucking town where I moved, where I've lost everything I owned because I decided to try and put a dent in the fentanyl and the human trafficking trades. I want to help, and I want to help the world, and this is the fucking city that can do it. Ground zero. And they need it now more than anything in the world. In the spirit of Christmas, it ain't about a tree, it ain't about the lights, it ain't about the gifts. All disciples were called Christians in Antietam. There's a gathering in Northern Ireland, or in Northern Thailand that took place that was interdenominational, with people from Korea, from China, from Kazakhstan, from all over the world, that believed in different religions, that listened to different doctrinations. But they had the belief of love, joy, and abundance, and to end suffering. I operate by these rules. No women, no children, no innocent. But I also love fucking making money. Because when I make money, less suffering happens below. And the way this city is right now, I wouldn't fucking let my kids come back here to go to school with a fucking, no matter if you force me to do it. When my boy was in grade 3, there was a kid that overdosed on the first day of school. They didn't realize he overdosed until 7 o'clock that night, and it was 9:30 in the morning when he got fucking rushed to hospital. And they decided to give him Narcan around 6:30, 7 o'clock that night because he found something in a bag that looked like candy, and it was called poor man's heroin. 6 people fucking died in that on this goddamn street. I've met people that have overdosed and had Narcan 17 times. I had a girl die in my house that within 3 hours after being dead for 10 minutes came back. Her friends were already going through her stuff trying to steal it, and they were surprised when she walked back through the door. What's the first thing they did? They gave her more fucking goddamn drugs. And I've got an economic way to help that problem and make profit. Well, at the same time, alleviating the suffering that is visible to every goddamn eye that walks down the streets of this city. This city is called heaven. I call my bed and breakfast heaven. But oh my motherfucking God, I've never seen a worse hell in my life. When you hear the amount of girls that have been raped and now they're forced into the sex trade industry that I've heard that have happened in my fucking house by the squatters that took over my house because I got proof of some of these people doing some bad things. You could ask the Schumans why I lost my job as a taxi driver. You could ask Khabib how he got that boat and about $100,000 worth of tools. And you could ask him if I've got video footage of the proof of all, because I do. You could ask about my dog and the video proof and footage that I have about that, because I do. And that is not where I like to put my headspace, but trust me, I don't fucking lose. I'm a sure thing. I've been homeless for 6 weeks and look at me, I live like a fucking king. They stole my ID, they stole my everything I had through a cyber proxy hack. I know more about fucking the underground world than most people in this fucking world will ever do because I've been there, I've done it. I've walked a mile in everybody's shoes, but I also changed my life and I rose above and I said I'm going to put an end to this shit. And I'm not putting an end to cocaine use. Cocaine is like the cryptocurrency of the past, man. sex trade is the oldest industry in the book. I'm not putting an end to it. I'm putting the fucking control on it to make it safe. No women, no children, no fucking innocent. And Mayor, I want this city to shine a light on this fucking world like it has never been before. And you've got the resources, you've got the financial resources, you've got the people, we've got the size, we've got the environment. The time is now. And my boys wake up and I say, boys, let's go. What time is it? They say, go time. And when I say, when are you going to start? They say, right now. And you know what they do? They wake up like warriors and they sell 24/7. You know what they sell? They sell their gift. My oldest gift is determination. The kid has won MVP and Hustler Award for every goddamn sport he's ever tried. He tries so hard, he pukes when he's fucking 10 years old. He's puking on the ice playing hockey. My youngest boy's gift is kindness and empathy. He can make anybody feel better. On his birthday, when he had his Walmart credit card or whatever to go buy, before we got to the back of the store, he'd spent all his money on other people in his life. Some was a teacher, some was a bus driver that he knew was feeling a little bit sad, and he wanted to buy something because he saw something that would make them feel better. And I tell those boys, you get out there and you sell what you got. You sell your gift 21/7. At 24/7 is kind of a bullshit. Anybody says that 24/7 is fucking high on something, or they're unsustainable. But 21/7, you can do that. And I'm telling you, you can ignore me if you want. The ramifications of ignoring me don't look good for you. They don't look good for Kelowna. They don't look good for me. There's no winning in sticking our head in the sand. But you ain't ever met anybody like me. And it isn't me. This shit is coming through me through visions of it. It's so flippin' crystal clear, man. I cannot tell you how it comes. It was May 19th, 2019, the first time I had an angel touch me. And ever since, I'm going to keep doing what I do. And I'd rather have a friend than an enemy. But even if you read The Art of War, why Mr. Habib should learn, keep your enemies closer instead of beating the fuck out of them and getting another assault charge, as well as theft over 5,000. I hope to hear from you. 250-863-9978.